eBay. And I think we just went live. We are live. Yay. Live again, as always. Fun, fun, fun. Why are you
We got to
dancing?
build
That's
them.
just weird. You're always got to do something weird.
Let's see.
17 notifications. Good lord.
Yeah. We got to open a duck tonight, too. You want to start
Yes,
off?
we do, because you've been neglecting the ducks lately.
Well, the ducks got uploaded. Or got
Well, I
opened.
know. I know. I watched it. I didn't watch it live, but I did watch it. And there we go.
And if you notice, like, my room's kind of, like, super jacked up.
Yeah, well, it's the end of the job. Well, you were missing a lot of cases. I just realized that.
Yeah.
You're missing all the ones up there on the side and on that side.
Yeah. I mean, if you look here, I mean, that's kind of the current state of the room right
Ooh,
now.
that's pretty. Woo, getting distracted. We got 3 people in here. Nobody's saying hi yet. Well, you have a like, though.
We got 5 now.
Oh, 5.
Yeah. We're moving on up.
Yeah, we always do, up to 6.
We do have an announcement to make, too.
Do we? What are we announcing?
Yes. Um,
Just kidding.
a cool,
We can wait.
a cool place.
Gotcha. What up, Greta? Did you enjoy your nap? You know
Yeah.
how, you know how disheartening it is when you're working a 10-hour shift and someone's like, "Hi, okay, I'm gonna go back take my nap again." I'm like, really? I walked 5 miles today. All I want to do is take a nap. So what are we talking about tonight? What's up, Dell? Derek's in there too. Nice.
Derek. Oh, very nice. There we
And
go.
no, I did get food. Nice. What's up, Brian? How you doing? I'm hungry. I'd like to get some food. I haven't eaten yet today. Well, nice not since lunch. So,
Well, there's your older brother Brian.
yeah, the older brother. He's a good dude.
So, you know, I think we should kick this pig and get the party started.
All right. Kick away.
So, this is going to be our year in review show. We're going to talk about some of the cool stuff that happened. Um, it's hard to believe that it's been almost a year and we've had 2 really big interviews on the show. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, to start it off.
Yeah,
And let's start off with Bruce. Let's talk about the Bruce interview.
that was a fun one. Just getting to see when he opened the rear loading beach bomb prototype, that was freaking epic. I think that was probably the highlight of that video, and just seeing all the prototypes that he had on the walls, because that man has a lot of prototypes.
Yeah. Um,
What are you doing?
Hold on, I'm typing.
Well, quit typing and pay attention. We're doing a live show
Well,
here,
so
man.
the great thing about the Bruce interview was obviously at the end we did get to see the pink rear loading beach bomb
Yeah,
in all of its glory outside of its packaging,
this is true.
or as he calls it, his packaging. The great thing about it was Bruce was very engaging, very entertaining, and he loved to talk about his passion, which
Mm-hmm.
was prototypes and things along that line. So I thought that was really, really great and
Yeah,
brought an insight into collecting that we don't normally get to see. So I thought it was cool.
yeah.
Um, you know, we did have a little bit of a panic attack there too. Remember, because his internet froze up and his router shut down like right before we bring him on. So
Yeah, I
we're
remember
kind of
that.
scrambling to make things work.
But I
You
mean,
know,
without technical difficulties, it wouldn't be our show. So it works out. We are like the technical difficulty kings.
Yes.
Something's
And
always going wrong. We didn't have audio this tonight, so and then we got that fixed. And I had to reset my headset. So
yeah, so I mean, there's always something crazy going on. I mean, did anybody have any thoughts or remember the interview with Bruce? We should put it back up again here in the next couple of days and let y'all rewatch it for those
yeah,
who would like to. Of course, it is available on the YouTube channel. We'd love a like or a
subscribe.
hi or a subscription there. Hello, Mr.
Yeah,
Evan from YouTube.
like and subscribe. We're up to 34 subscribers. Wow.
Um, the other things that were great, let's talk about the Zarnock interview. I mean,
That was
that
fun.
was fun.
Zornock
That
is it
was,
was that was what that was a 2 hour episode, wasn't it?
yeah, that was a marathon. Nick
But it
is
didn't
like,
feel like it. It was over like that. Before we knew it, it was awesome. It was
yeah,
cool to
he
see.
did have Bruce did have some great stories and a lot of great personal history um, about some of the cars he had. I always liked the spots where he was talking about the handlers and, how
Hmm.
they had influenced toys in general, not to
Yeah.
mention not just Mattel, but I mean
Well, I
the
mean,
whole toy.
he got to meet them though. That would have been cool to do. You know, just to getting to meet them would have been really neat. So
Yeah, and then I think it was about maybe a month, maybe 2 months later, we had Mr. Mike Zarnock on,
hmm.
and that was off the wall crazy. It went all over the place.
Hmm.
Lots of great questions, um, but it was more, just getting to um, hang out with him. That was the best part about it. I
Yeah.
mean, we talked about his movie career. Yes, his movie career.
Hmm.
We talked about the process for doing the shows, and that was because I rewatched the video when we re-aired it, and it was it was pretty interesting to see um, how that process went, and you know, you do all this interview and you have like this much screen time.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun about our show is it's live. So, you know, you you get that live aspect. Wonder if Mike Zornock has been on Finding Bigfoot yet. I don't know, but I think we need to see if we can get that to happen for him. I think that'd be good. Lee Allen, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, I got some Lee Allen stuff right behind me. I got two cars over here, and then I got the E sheet up there.
And I think this is another highlight, now that Mr. Lee has popped in.
Yeah,
Again, we'd like to thank him along with,
Miss
uh,
Angela for the epic Halloween work.
yes, and the collaboration with Big Nick Customs and Fingerprint Customs. That was truly a very nice piece.
Yes, it
And
was.
it was good to help the club. Again, we thank you so much for you guys coming out and hanging out for a little bit. I know you're super busy. Reagan says hello to them, and the Wizards are in the house.
Yeah,
A little love for Lee there. So,
okay, little fish
that
tank.
was the Halloween car. I really liked, how that came about all organically. I mean, what can you tell us about the Halloween car?
Um, well, I mean, I had a blast helping design it, and I mean, obviously, it was my brainchild, and there, there might be a 23. So, well, let me phrase that. There will be a 23. I'll go ahead and drop that little snippet on there for the folks that are in here. There will be a 23 Halloween car. I've already started collecting castings, and I can't wait to see what we do with it next. So I'm excited to see where it's going to go. So, but as
Yep.
for the one that we just did, the amazing card art that Lee came up with was absolutely amazing. Went over and above and beyond what I could have dreamed that it was going to look like in the final process. Between Kent and Nick with their custom skills. It came out just absolutely stunning, and I'm very proud to have one in my collection. Um, it was just I was very proud of it, and I can't wait to see what we do next. Like I said, I'm hoping that we're going to bump it up this year and maybe do maybe 30 and maybe 5 or 6 chases. I don't know. We might. It depends on how many if I can get the castings or not. If I can get enough castings, we're probably going to do like 35 regulars and then 5 chases. So even had a duck on the card. Yes, it did, Nick. Yes, it did.
And from what I'm told, there's other things hidden in there, but we never could find them all.
No, we can't find anything. Either I mean, there's stuff that we're finding on the card that's not there. So, Lee has warped our fragile little minds to the point where we can't figure out what we're looking at the time. So,
Yes, that's the great part about
and
it.
Braxton, I'm sorry, you're right, Reagan. Braxton was in there too. Actually, I think Braxton did most of the painting, and then because it's his process, and then I almost think that I think Mr. Kent might just be his assistant.
At this point,
I know I couldn't figure out how to do it. I mean, every time I look at him, I don't understand it.
we kind of skipped over the Zarnuk thing, so I kind of want to backtrack a little bit on that. Mike was just so crazy off the wall. I mean, I know we did all this work to prepare all these questions and make sure we're asking really cool stuff, and then it went woo.
No, yeah, he just did what he wanted, and it was a good time though. And I like I said, I mean, I can't wait to have him back on, and I'm pretty sure we will. We've been reaching out to some other folks, and we're gonna have some new guests for next year, and I can't wait. Hopefully we'll have a huge showstopper guest. Who knows? Depends on what kind of magic we can pull out of the hat. So, but yeah, Mike is an amazing guy, and I thought about tagging him in something the other day because I seen that a real authenticated 271 was up for sale.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he got it. Let's see if he took the wheel. Nice. Braxton does all the painting techniques. I have tried and failed every time. See, exactly. Like I said, I don't know how he does it either. So,
yeah, that 271 card, the buy it now price was $7,500. And I don't think there was much movement on it.
No, and not many people have $7,500 laying around to pick up a single Hot Wheel. So I know that it's definitely out of Brent's budget. So
yes, yeah, you would have to give up several Mercedes for that, and I don't think you want to do that.
No, no. I will keep my Benzes, please.
So, I mean, the other, it was just how down to earth Mike was. I think that was one of the best things about the interview, and just how willing he was to share what had brought him into the hobby, what continues to keep him in the hobby. And it's about the collectors.
Yeah.
It's not, I mean, the cars are great, obviously. But it's the collector. It's the collector that drives everything for him. I think that's what I took out of the
oh yeah, most definitely. Mike, and that's the thing, is that's kind of the same way we see it. I mean, sure, the cars are really fun, but it's about meeting new people and having fun and meeting friends and basically becoming lifelong friends because of these little toys. I mean, we've all got hundreds, if not thousands of these things. And, a lot of the times you remember where you might have bought one or where you bought it or who you traded for it. It's just, the wheels for this car here came from Kent, he drilled a Japanese historic for those, But
Yep.
yeah, it's been fun. Mr. Corey Spencer's in the house. What's up, Corey? How you doing? I know he was kidnapped in his shoes. Was that it? Was did Bigfoot do that, or is this something that I don't know? Because I think I've
Yeah,
heard the Bigfoot story, but I don't know if I've actually heard if there's another one or not. We might have to cue that up for the next time. Because
yeah. There's a story there that we don't know.
yeah, I'd like to know that one.
So we had Chad Lasore on as well,
Yeah.
and that was a unique interview because it wasn't necessarily about Chad, but it showed how big of a heart Chad is and how he
Yeah.
wants to help people. So I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was really cool.
Yeah.
And, I think we got to do, I wouldn't say we directly helped with Dutch Legacy Project, but I think we help expand a little upon what they do. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a kind of a cool thing to do.
Yeah. And just because he happened to pop in the room, Corey Spencer interview, with
Oh,
the
yeah.
live tutorial for the customs, when he was taking the slide out from Matchbox wheels and putting them on I think it was a Camaro. Was that what it was that he was working on? I can't
I'm not
remember.
sure, but there was
But
some amazingness going on.
yeah, I mean, I would have never thought to do some of the techniques that he was doing on that. So, it was neat to see somebody else's, take on a custom versus just our own. I mean, I'm pretty tame when it comes to, to Corey. I mean, the man has got some skills and his artwork is amazing, and just everything that the guy does is, his shop. I love his shop. I'm kind of jealous of that. So,
Yeah, that was very good. Um, Speaking of custom tutorials, that's something else we started towards the end of the year, and I think the response to that was pretty cool. I mean, the first
hmm
two people that we've had on have been really, really awesome, very giving about and willing to share, like you said, just some of the techniques. And,
hmm
Wayne Wayne knows no boundary as to what can
no,
be drilled.
no, and it was neat to see that because of just just the amount of how fast he was doing it and how he was putting Matchbox wheels on Hot Wheels, and he was putting Johnny Lightning wheels on Hot Wheels or Matchbox. I mean, he's just completely switching them around. Most people take a Hot Wheels wheel and put it on Hot Wheels or Johnny's or something along those lines, but to see someone take a green light wheel or an M2 wheel and put it on a Hot Wheel, they look really neat, and it was kind of neat to see his take on all that. Plus, the hydro dipping and the RIT dyeing
Mm-hmm.
and just the amount of customs that he actually has was insanely impressive. So I
Yeah,
enjoyed that one a lot too.
yeah, that one did really, really well. So, continuing with that theme, who would you guys like to see come on and do a tutorial? We haven't talked about painting. We haven't talked about prepping your car for paint. We haven't talked about real body modifications at all. Those are some other things we can do. We can talk about restoration. I
hmm
know Rob Rennis did an amazing job on that Nomad that I had, and you saw how rough that was.
Oh yeah.
So, those are just some other ideas.
I'd like
I
to
think,
I'd like to see if we can get you know the Sergeant Sparkle himself.
yeah, we need to get Mr. Joe back on again,
Mr.
and
Alvarado, and maybe he can give us a little bit of a lowdown on his metal flake technique. Yeah, Reagan, there we go. Get some Lee and Angela on here. I think that'd be fun too. See how they come up with the crazy ideas that they have. I think that'd be a good time. That's the thing is there's so many customizers out there that you know and another one that would be fun would be Kraut Custom out of Germany. I don't know how we would. I don't know if we could get that time frame to line up worth the dang. And there's obviously a little bit of a language barrier between us, but he's a heck of a customizer and artist as well. I mean, it's not just
mhm.
Hot Wheels. He does you know freehand artwork that is award winning through nationals. So I mean, he'd be another fun one to get. We need to get Mr. Walker on here. That's the one
Yes,
thing that
we
we
do.
definitely need to do. We need to get Mr. Walker on next year. Lee and Angela next year. Let's
And
see.
we're really not, anybody's open to come on for the most part. I mean, we haven't really said no to anybody,
We've never
you
said
know.
no to anyone. I mean, if we've had PJ on, we've had Reagan. Or no, we haven't had Reagan yet, have we?
No, we have not had Reagan.
Maybe
That's
we,
the other
maybe
thing we
we,
want to. Oh, go ahead.
I said we might have to get some Reagan on. Get some Reagan, and he can have it out there at the shop, and it'd be kind of fun.
Speaking of big guys, we had somebody move back home from Oklahoma,
This is true.
and we got to see probably $250,000 worth of Hot Wheels sitting on a 4x4 card table, and I'm going, "Oh, please don't let me drop this."
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Adam was amazing.
Yeah.
Just his depth of knowledge, his passion, and he was very engaging with what was going on, talking about the Cord, the Duesenberg, and the Auburn 852 castings, and then getting to see those classic Cords in the 4 times larger wood. I was like, oh
Yeah.
wow.
Just to getting to
uh,
see the different steps that Mattel made back in those days to come up with the prototypes for these little cars, and that was something that was really cool to see.
yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. I mean, who all was your guys' favorite guest of the year? Is there somebody else? I know we've mentioned a few names here: Sasquatch, Walker, Lee and Angela. Local folks as well. We need to make sure we're getting them noticed as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take some more of those. And you know, I think that kind of brings me into the next point. We've said many a times we wanted to get back to a certain town, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We definitely
And
have.
so I got off the phone with Nick tonight,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he did get in touch with the powers that be, and we are happy to announce that we will be at the Fireman's Hall January 22nd in Omaha, Nebraska. This will be our first show back in the Omaha metro area since prior to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of felt like it was time to get back down there. Now, this does not mean that we're doing away with the Elmwood location or the Norfolk location. We
We're
just
just
want to
adding a
do,
new location.
we're going to do 2 shows a year down in Omaha. One kind of during the winter time frame and one down towards the summer time frame. The summer time frame is going to be in the June-ish time, beginning of June.
Mm-hmm.
This next one is going to be on January 22nd. Like I said, we don't have a number of tables yet, but it'll be very similar to the amount in Elmwood. So
June 25th, I believe, is the
June
date. Or
25th.
no, I thought we had to move that one.
No, we
No,
had
that
to
was
move
that
the
was the
one.
other one. That was the other one. So yeah, probably around June 25th.
So with that, like I said, there's going to be more information put out about it. We want to come up with a plan because we don't have the luxury of, we have to be in there by a certain time and be out by a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to put that out there to folks. And the good thing is, though, we don't have to do any of the setup. We don't have to do any of the breakdown. All we need to do is make sure that the vendors get out at whatever time it is. And then, we make sure it's all cleaned up and ready to go. How many tables? I will say that it'll be very similar to Elmwood. That number will be very, very close to the number in Elmwood. We want to make sure that our planner, Miss Deb, has exact information that she needs to kind of lay it all out with how we want it so we can get it to the host so they can put it out there. So
Yep.
that's kind of where we're at right now.
Probably somewhere between 65 to 80, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So somewhere in the 60s to 70s, but
definitely more than the 40 at the golf course. So
yeah, definitely.
And there'll be room to actually walk around too, so that'll be really nice. So
we'll have room for the track. We've got to get those measurements in there. If Dell wants to set up the Sizzler track, we want to make sure we provide that invite to him as well, and see how that all fits in as well. So those are kind of some of the things that were going on and what we've got planned. As of right now, if you looked at the schedule of events for 23, it's just a date. It doesn't have a location or anything like that, but that will be updated very soon. Probably after we get done. Brent, what do you think about that?
I'm excited to go back to Omaha. It's been over 2 years since we've, had a show in town, and I'm looking forward to it. Omaha's a big part of the area. There's a lot of our collectors, of our members that are out of Omaha, and there's some collectors that we haven't found yet. So, every time that we find someone new, you never know, they might pop up at a show. So it's always kind of neat to put on local shows in any, we had people that were in the Elmwood show that hadn't been to a show in a couple of years. So it was kind of neat to see a lot of those people, and just getting to meet new people. It's always a good time. And I mean, I personally really like the drive. It's nice and close for me. So I mean, I'm a little biased, but I'm excited.
Yes. And so there's so many things that went on this year that things pop into my head. I mean, at Elmwood, we had the Grinch there with the Grinch car. And then we were able to donate a lot of cars to him and help him out at the Bellevue Christmas Parade, which was very different. I had no idea as to what I thought it was going to be and then how it turned out. So I was pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we handed out almost 750 Hot Wheels to kids of non-driving age. So, everyone that they didn't have a driver's license, boom, they got a Hot Wheel. And that was a lot of fun, and I was trying to perfect my, Merry Grinchmas, but I definitely screwed that up quite a few times, but I'm working on it. I'll have more time to work on it next year.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll be right back here. Hold on.
I will continue with what's going on. That's the thing of what we're about. We want to try to give back to the communities as well. We're getting ready to do another donation to 2 children's hospitals in the area. We're just trying to get everything coordinated and make that happen. Yes, the Christmas presents, both for the kids, was tremendous, and a lot of giving by our members. So they did a tremendous amount of work to make this go. And I would like to thank all of the admin / staff folks who do a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes that not everybody gets to see, from Miss Terry running the front to Hot Wheel Hunter running in the back with the racetrack along with Reagan. And then you got Braxton holding down the fort. The arteries just kind of filling in wherever it was needed, wrapping packages and things of that nature. Greta and Derek for holding down the ducks and PJ putting out the message for everybody. So, and Miss Deb just kind of keeping us all in line because we need it sometimes. So if I forgot somebody, I apologize, but that's the main thing, is just having fun. And it seems like as a club, we're growing closer and closer together. And I think this show in Omaha will be a lot of fun. And it'll be a big stepping point. What did you guys think about, this isn't really club related, but it was a big event that happened in the area. Diecast meet. What did you guys think about Diecast meet? And is that something you'd like to see again? We're talking about Diecast.
I'd like to see Diecast meet again. I think that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do. I like how it came together. I think Mr. Klein did an amazing job, along with Miss Alicia, to kind of make that all happen.
And Miss Robin,
to them.
Miss Robin helps a lot too. Hey Rick, what's going on? Yeah, not a problem. That was a lot of fun. We just actually talked about that.
Yeah, we just mentioned that a little bit ago. Yeah, it was a great time, Nick. Lots of the custom contest was really, really good. There was lots of great entries in there and a lot of creativity as well. So there was no, I think the worst car in there was probably mine.
I came home with hardware, so I wasn't complaining at all. So
compared to what some of the things that were in there,
my trophy's upstairs in the living room right now.
I just might as well buy my own Hot Wheel or buy a custom and say, okay, here you go. But no, the folks did an amazing job. Everybody who participated. There were some really, really creative things that were done.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
I did like the Mario Kart races too.
Yeah, that was fun. That track though, man, I lost big time on that track. I was winning, and then boom, off the track I went. I was like, what in the world? And Brian was like, oh, well, somebody got a turtle shell and threw you off the track. I was like, man. Mario track was cool. Kids had a blast with it. Yeah, they definitely did.
The best part about it was that 2 kids ended up in the final.
Yeah,
they're racing for it.
Yep.
Us adults got thrown away like trash.
Oh, yeah. We were definitely out of that way early.
But I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Now, no.
The only thing that I would say that didn't go probably as well as we would have liked was not having everything where we needed it to be in time for the vendors to set up. And we did as best we could with that. We understand that was one of the issues that we're going to get fixed for next year. And I did say next year because
there's so many cats running around in here, man. There's just empty bags everywhere.
Well, something slipped there and I wasn't supposed to slip, but I'm sorry
Stay
about
tuned.
that. Or I should say for the next time we do it, if we do it.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice
that's
cover.
A little bit better. Yeah, I'm a little late.
Yeah.
I know. How did you guys like the prizes? I thought the prizes were pretty good too.
I liked the customs. I know there was a ton of cool giveaways. I didn't get any of those, but I did get a chance to pick up the custom. So I was very happy with that. I got my Nova, so I was very happy with that. So, but yeah, there was a
Um,
lot of really cool prizes, and who knows what'll come up for next year. They might be bigger, they might be just as good. You never know. You just have to sit and wait, kind of thing. If we
so
do it again, right? Can't.
yeah, if we do it again. Uh, so with that, what what kind of cars did you guys maybe want to see if we were to do this again?
Oh Lord, I thought we were supposed to be doing a year in review, not next year. This
Yeah,
sounds
I
like something
know.
we could do for the next show.
Yeah, we should probably just change subjects.
We're so off the rails, it's not even funny right now. Let's
Yeah, I
see here.
swear Mike's in here messing with us. Um, I don't know what else. I think that pretty much covers most of the year. I mean, I think, the other thing, okay, here's something else I want to talk about too. The growing closeness between the Mocan group, um, Capital City, which is Topeka, the Des Moines, Mason City, and even the Northland clubs. It was tremendous.
Hmm. Yeah, we've
Um,
definitely, I mean, just the amount of togetherness that everybody's doing is cool. Custom costume or custom contest was fun. Nick killed out Polar. Killer work as always. When you put a car down in the pro division, you have to do your best to complete it or to compete with so much talent in this group. Derek Daly won the amateur division, and he was going to continue to put out great work. Exactly, and and Dell and Manny and everybody did killer work from that entire show. So even the stuff that didn't win, there was a lot of amazing customs.
a lot of progression, a lot
Hmm.
of progression. I mean, everybody stepped their game up in diecast meet, and that's what something else I thought I was really cool, and
Hmm.
it continues to grow.
Yeah.
I think Dell Dell just impresses me more and more every time when he puts something together.
Yep.
And same way with Derek. He's um, his imagination is what really drives him, I think. So that was cool to see. Okay, so you want to talk about a horrible RLC sale?
Which one?
The one 2 days ago, yesterday.
I don't know if it was horrible. I mean, it worked out for me, but it was a pain in the butt. Um, I've as soon as I tried to log in, I knew something was going to go sideways because I logged in. It was like, and it went right in, and then it errored out, and I was like, all right. And I was doing it on my cell phone, so I hit the back button and I tried it again, and I mean, I don't know must how many times I hit that back arrow. I would get through one step, and then it would glitch, and I'd hit the back arrow and have to do that again, and it was it was by far the most glitch sale that I have ever been a part of. So what's
Yeah, I
everyone
mean,
saying is I need to create customs. Hmm.
maybe.
Rick, we might know people that can help out with that too if you need some help. So
I can't remember a sale that was this difficult to get into the sale before it started. Usually, you know, 15, 20, maybe even at the worst case, 30 minutes prior,
hmm.
you're just sitting there waiting to go, waiting for it to kick off. But I couldn't even get in, and I started trying 15 minutes before. I don't know um, why it was so difficult to get in. Now, here's the other interesting thing that I've starting to see. I've seen at least 2 posts now where their orders have been canceled.
Yeah, I went ahead and checked mine out, and they are still moving. So, but yeah, and the worst thing about it was I literally logged on 5 minutes before the sale. I don't even, might have been like 4 or 5 minutes before the sale, and I was able to pull it off. So it's weird how sometimes people can't get through and it doesn't work, and you know I don't know what happens. It's just sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Excuse me. Oh, this day job's gonna kill me. You need to
But
find me a
we
desk
haven't
job.
but we haven't had problems like this in over a good
It's
seven.
been a long time since it's been this bad.
I mean, I don't know if it's because of the car itself, and I figured it was going to be popular, you know, but I didn't think it was going to have the kind of reaction that some of these other cars had. You know,
Hmm.
it just kind of snuck up on everybody, and I just, you know, I'm sure Mattel's going through looking at the logs of the servers and the user IDs of everybody that was signing in, and looking at all of that and trying to go, okay, well, how do we fix this? How do we make this so it doesn't happen again? And they've done a good job with the Creations website, I think, because before the Creations website, you can tell it was a nightmare. I mean,
Oh yeah,
trying to get stuff. I mean, you know better than I do because you used to buy my stuff for me,
yeah.
so
It used to be difficult, but it normally wasn't that bad, and they didn't normally sell out as fast as they do now. I mean, I can't remember exactly how fast the bug sold out, but it went fast. It's not the fastest one because there's been a couple that I actually didn't get anything on, and then you got through. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's weird how some work and some don't. I mean, like you said, yeah, I've been pretty sufficiently lucky with getting cars, and I have no clue why. I don't know. I think it's just pure luck involved. There is no skill to it. I mean, I go through the same trials that everybody else that does. Like I had must have had hit that back arrow 15, 16 times yesterday, and it just kept doing it. And it was, on everything when I tried to put my email in to log in, and then try to put it in the cart, it would air out, and it was just constantly
yeah. Dell makes a
opening
great
two
point.
tickets to. Yeah, that's a whole another thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Nick, but
Yeah.
yeah, Dell, yeah. That's almost as stressful too.
Yep.
But I'm glad you're trying, and I hopefully you get selected. Hopefully we get selected, and we'll get to hang
Hopefully.
out and look at some really cool stuff in Columbus.
Exactly.
So good luck to you there, Dell.
Yes, most definitely.
I
But yeah,
really
you
hope.
just gotta stay diligent and don't get frustrated. Exactly. And then that's a very, very good statement, Nick. Is you cannot get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you start getting to the point where you're just hitting buttons and you're trying to refresh things, and you're just making it worse. That's one thing that I've noticed with these sales is, I mean, obviously I'm super nervous before every one of them starts because I'm a collector and I really like to have the cars in my collection. So I want everything to go smoothly, and to try to stay focused and not freak out it's not an easy task. I'm not going to lie, but you just got to take your time and take a breath, and hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, hopefully you've got a friend that can help you out with something. So, oh, you're not crashing the party, Dell. We'd love to have you.
You ain't crashing at all, man. You can come hang out with us, and anybody from the club can come hang out with us at any time.
Yep.
Aloha's to whoever that was. It may have been Justin. Yep,
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
Mr. Justin Patrick. We'll be seeing him up in
Probably Grand Island and Kearney.
Yeah, Grand Island, Kearney. Well, I haven't been out there in a while.
No, it's been about a year.
Well, I missed both of them last year
Oh, that's right. I
because
did go then.
I had other things going on. So hopefully those same things aren't going on this year, and I'll be able to make the run out this time. So
Yep. Yeah. I mean, Kearney's a great show. We'll have to talk about that here in a little bit. They're on their 8th year, and that show keeps just growing and growing and growing.
Yep, they're at a new location this year, if I remember correctly. Or am I thinking the other one?
Last year, or the year before was they moved spots. But you are thinking of the Grand Island show, which is no longer in Grand Island. It is now in Hastings, and it's on a Saturday, vice a Sunday.
Yep,
so,
I remember now. But I'm still excited for new shows and getting to go out to the different parts of the state and stuff like that. We haven't done that. I haven't done that lately. So I'm excited for that. So Grand Island shows in Hastings this year. Yep.
I'm hoping that the roads start to open up because we're supposed to leave in the morning, but it's not looking good for that.
How much, is there a lot of snow out that way, or are you talking further down the line?
No, like they got Interstate 80 as of this morning was closed at North Platte.
Really?
Yeah, all the way to the Wyoming border, and the 80-76 split was closed from there all the way down to the Colorado border. And most of 76 was closed this morning as well. I mean, we were talking like having to go to Lexington and drop down and then shoot across on 34 to Imperial and then go in that way. But Park was saying that it looks like 80's open back up. So we're going to wait and see. We may go on Friday now.
What I'm looking at, I because my friend, I went ahead and brought it up here on my computer, and from what it looks like, Norfolk to obviously 80 to looks like Gothenburg is regular roads, and then they are switching to partially covered from Gothenburg all the way to the Colorado border in Big Springs. And it looks like you might be, you can get partially covered into Colorado. And I don't know how Colorado is, but there's a lot of red in Colorado. So.
Yeah, I think that's probably why we're not waiting. Why we're waiting until Friday now. And then the boy told us tonight that he's not even going to be home. So, yeah, Robin is not happy.
Well, whoops. It happens. It's okay.
Yeah. So we'll definitely see, we're going to see some new country. I'd like to check out a show, but that would not be conducive to family activities that are arranged for this weekend. But
don't push your luck.
Why? Yes, and speaking of that, we'll put that in here. I know it was put out last night. Pretty much after the show, if you guys got any questions, talk to that guy in the black shirt right there. If he's not available, Nick Artery or Hot Wheel Hunter are your next options.
Yep.
I don't foresee anything going on, but we have enacted the 25th Amendment rule.
I'm in charge. I am the captain.
Yes, he is the captain.
But I think everything will be fine, and I hope that we have no problems, because I like when things run smoothly, so it works out better that way. So.
Well, instead of opening a car tonight, how about we open a duck?
I think that'll work, because honestly, I left my opener upstairs. So,
well, I'm saving my openers for
the New Year's Eve day ripathon.
Oh, day, night. We might have one at midnight.
This was a part of the ripathon for Black Friday right here.
Yeah,
I just happened to bring it out. So.
Well, we're looking at day 14 here. So we'll do this, and we'll kind of end this a little bit early tonight. So,
well, we're right on
let you
track.
guys.
We got about 10 minutes. So
Yeah, by our
we're
standards,
pretty
we're
much,
doing great.
yeah, exactly. We're right on time. And I mean, who knows? I might even find something to rip in the next couple of seconds. Who knows?
Again, this is a gift from the Des Moines Club. Since we love
Along
our
with our
ducks.
pirate duck flag, which
Yes.
if you were at the show there in Elmwood, you would have seen the duck flag because it was a flying.
Loud and proud.
So
All
what do
right.
we get
So,
here?
did you find something?
No, go ahead. I got nothing.
Okay,
I'll have to just go big on New Year's.
Nice.
What do we got there?
Yeah, day 12 or day 14, excuse me. And there he is. I think this is one of Uncle Sam's misguided children.
No, that's one of the great ones. I feel like we're getting some duplicates.
This is another police one, it looks like.
I don't know.
He's got a little star up there on the.
Oh, okay, maybe it is
Another police one. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Or it could be a Marine type. No, it's definitely military. I think it's more of Marine. He's got ranks on his shoulders there. So we'll go with Marine duck.
Marine duck. Derek Hahn,
Right,
I'll be ripping a bunch of cars tonight to display in my new hutch. Very nice.
Go live.
Yeah, go live if you feel like it and just rip away. And possibly this will be the last show with my current backdrop. So fingers crossed everything goes smoothly in the next couple of weeks, and we'll have a new location for myself. So it's going to be over
again.
There.
I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for another awesome year. And
most definitely.
The tremendous growth. I think we've had probably about 100 or so new folks join the page again. So that was awesome. We will see you all next year. And
you can't have a mid-states without a Murph huff and puff.
Yep. And with that, we'll get ready to call it a night. This is our last show for 2022. We'll see you on the flip side, and enjoy the Rip-a-thon, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yep. Bye. Rearrange number 2, Kent 348. Amen to that, man. That is awesome.
Wow. I deserve that. All right.
Yes, you do.
And
you don't have cars behind you on the wall.
I don't. I got to start working on that. All right. Later, guys.
All right.
And there's a couple of Murph barks.